Hey everyone, it has been quite a while now since my last favourites. I don't do these on a monthly basis because I feel like products were overlapping a little bit too much. I was being a bit too repetitive, so it's more when stuff accumulates to a level where I think it's going to be interesting, that's when I kind of do them. First of all, this MAC Pro Conceal palette is just amazing. I got two of them. I got the light one and the medium one. This is light, so it's NC15, NC20, W10, W20, NW20, and then pale yellow and pale pink. And this is just perfect for my skin tone. Don't use the NW or the W10 as much, but I use it in my kit, so I do use these on my kit and on myself. This is just such a fab palette. Definitely, if you can get your hands on it. Two more MAC products, the Prep and Prime highlighters. I own 3 of the 4 highlighters now. These two are Bright Forecast, and this is kind of like a very subtle beige peach colour. So they come in this kind of dispenser where there's a brush built in and you just rotate the bottom to get some product coming up. These are lovely and hydrating and brilliant for under the eyes as well as just using as a highlighter everywhere else. This is Radiant Rose, which is very, very light. You can see there it's an extremely light pink based, almost too light for under my eyes. So if I use it as a corrector for under my eyes, I actually use it underneath normal concealer, but it's lovely as a highlight elsewhere. So those two are fab. I also have the darker peach one that I use for darker skin tones for correcting, like say very dark under eye circles and stuff like that for my kit. I just did a blog post on these actually, and I have 2 separate tutorials where I use both of these, but these are the newish, well, they were kind of released maybe 2 weeks ago and I've had them for about a month. Zoeva Story palettes, so they're eyeshadow palettes. There are 4 released in total and I was sent 2 of them. These are absolutely amazing. They are really, really highly pigmented. I won't show any swatches now because I literally just did the blog post, so I'll link to that below. But there's a really lovely selection of colours. This would be like perfect for any like naked palette fans out there who love their nudes and neutrals, and then anyone who likes maybe their brighter colours, like that new Urban Decay one that's out, would love this one. So this is Retro Future and this is Naturally Yours. They're only $16.80 each, so the price point is just really, really attractive when it comes to those as well, and all Zoeva stuff in general. Then this is something that I got in the States and I did do a first impressions video on it, so again there'll be a link to that below, and it's the Beauty Blender. So this I was interested to see what I think about it because, you know, there's so much hype and I've never been a lover of sponges in the past. I won't go on about it now because I go on about it in the video, but check out the video below and you'll see what I think about it. I just think it's brilliant. It's really does give the most flawless finish on your face when it comes to foundation, and I was very, very pleasantly surprised. It's about $20. Then jumping to 2 like super high-end products, I have 2 Tom Ford bits. And these I got for my birthday, so I did show them in my birthday haul. But this is the contour palette, the shade and Illuminate palette, so it's a cream product. And I used this in, did I use this in that cream contour video? I can't remember, but it's just a really lovely, lovely contour. It comes in 2 kind of intensities. I have number 1, and it's absolutely grand for my skin tone because it blends out so easily on the skin. It goes on quite brown, but once it blends out, it blends out perfectly. And I have used it in my last few videos. The highlight is lovely as well because it's such a sheer highlight. It was actually quite a joy because sometimes those white highlights can be a little bit stark, especially for daytime, but that one is so sheer, it's perfect. And then this Tom Ford lipstick, which I have on today, I've actually been using it from the back because I don't want to ruin the little TF indentation that, like the Tom Ford logo that's on the front of it. But this is called Violet Fatale and it's just that lovely pink berry kind of shade. And I'm wearing this without any lip pencil as well, so you can see what it looks like just on the lips. But it's a really, really lovely, cushy, like it feels quite lush on the lips. Really lovely. Not a lovely price point though, they're really expensive items. That's why they were for my birthday. Then nicely inexpensive items. I was actually sent a nice little parcel of W7 products. So W7 is the brand that does that this In the Buff palette, that's kind of like a Naked 2 I think dupe that I did a video on before, and they do some really lovely, really inexpensive products. So I haven't had a chance to play around with all the bits that were sent to me yet, but a couple of things I have played around with. I wore this for like 5 days straight and the chipping was minimal even by then. I did start like to literally peel them off after a while because I've started using base coats and top coats, but the chipping was minimal with this, and it wasn't the quickest drying thing in the whole world, but once it's on, it stayed, and I love the colour. So I'll show a picture of this so you can see what it looks like. And then another W7 product, which, and these are all like under €3.50, that I've really loved, is this Lashtastic False Liquid Lashes Mascara. A really great mascara for the price. I've been wearing this in a lot of my recent videos. It has just a nice lovely fat brush, so it gives a good bit of volume, but it's the actual formula itself is a really lovely black formula, and I haven't been getting any smudging or any flaking or anything like that, because some other mascaras I've been trying out recently, you know, they do transfer a little bit. That one stays where it is, so that's brilliant. More drugstore items. Bourjois have released, I don't know if they're these new actually, but they have their Rouge edition lipsticks, and I got number 2 and number 4, and these are lovely lipsticks on. They cost about €10 in Boots, but honestly they perform like much more higher end lipsticks, but that's what Bourjois I think is like in general anyhow. Most people know that they're under the same umbrella as Chanel, and the quality is the same in a lot of the products. So that's number 2 and that's number 4. So number 2 is a real lovely slightly rosy true nude, and then number 4 is a much deeper kind of, you know, vintage pink. So they're lovely lipstick. More lip products. I have shown this guy here. It's one of the Mega Slick Balm stains by Wet n Wild. I think this is part of the Fergie collection, but it goes on like that, a really lovely bright pink. But it kind of, you know, it can wear away, like the moisturising property can wear away from the lips fairly quick, but you're left with a really lovely true to colour stain afterwards. So it really does stain the lips quite well without drying them out, which I really like. And then the Revlon Just Bitten Kissable Balm Stains. I got this one in the colour Honey, and it's much more of like a vintage pink, but I'm really liking my stains, the ones that do actually stain. This one was in the colour a stiff pink, E127 by the way. But they're great, just, you know, when you want to have colour on your lips without having to top it up, basically, you want it to last. That's what I love them for. I have 3 foundations to show you. Revlon PhotoReady Airbrush Foundation. Again, I got this in the States. It's a mousse foundation. It goes on lovely. It gives you kind of a natural satin finish, but I find it's really good at keeping you like from getting shiny throughout the day, but my skin looks flawless with it on without it being very heavy. And all these 3 foundations I'm going to show you are like that. They're more of a like light to medium coverage, but they give you a flawless finish. The Korres foundation, the Quercetin and Oak one, it's an anti-aging foundation, but you know, anyone can use it. This is another one that I've been getting a lot of compliments on since I've been using it, and it gives a lovely, I want to say like a step down from dewy. So like it has a little bit of light reflection sheen, but it's not full on dewy, and it doesn't get like progressively shinier, dewier as the day goes on. It's a lovely one, and it's a slightly thicker consistency, but it's not very heavy looking when it's on. So that's that guy. And then this I got in the States. Now I forgot when I was showing this in a video recently that I had gotten it in the States, not in Ireland. So apparently it does have a pump in Ireland, but the one I got in the States doesn't have the pump, and it's the Maybelline Fit Me foundation, the liquid foundation with an SPF of 18. Again, I get so many compliments when I wear this. It just gives a really flawless finish. It does peel me down quite a lot, so I'd love if there was something in between this and the 120. Now of course there is the 115, but it's a different tone, it's more of a pink tone, and I am obviously a little bit more yellow, so I might get the 120 just because I love the finish so much, just to mix the two together, and the 120 will have the pump, so that's that. Staying with kind of skin products, I bought 2 of the Wake Me Up concealers by Rimmel. These are really good for under the eye. They give a lovely sheen, there's a good bit of pigment in them, and yeah, I was really impressed. I was worried that they'd be as shimmery kind of looking as the foundation, because that's what put me off buying the foundation, is that it looks like there's a lot of glitter in them, and these aren't. So drugstore, you know, drugstore prices for very good products. I definitely would recommend that. I got the numbers Ivory and Classic Beige. I nearly use Ivory more on the face and Classic Beige under the eye because I need something with a little bit of depth to take away the darkness under my eye. Next I have the e.l.f. Baked Highlighter. This I've been using as my go-to powder highlighter pretty much since I got it when I was in the States. I have it on today so you can see the kind of finish it gives. It's a really lovely smooth finish highlighter, which I prefer. I don't want anything glittery that'll show up any lines or anything like that. Okay, so we're nearly coming to the end of the makeup. I think that's pretty much it. I have to show this guy here, and it is one of the Balmy lip balms. And I got this in Matter Flaherty's in Galway, and it's the round one. Now, as far as I know, they only have the square ones in there at the moment, and this is nearly gone. It was a round dome and it's gone down to the bottom. This is lovely. It just really, really moisturises my lips or conditions my lips without drying them out, and it smells lovely. So I've been really enjoying that, and I'm going to start using my EOS lip balm once that one's finished. Some skincare products now. I have the Olay Regenerist Super 10 Minute Miracle. It's a primer, and it says primer on the actual box of it but not on the inside thing. This contains really good anti-aging ingredients and just good ingredients for the skin in general. It contains like niacinamide and loads of other like antioxidants and stuff like that in it. It is a very like creamy but light cream consistency, and it spreads so easily on the face. You can use it on its own apparently because that's what it was originally kind of marketed as. It had another name. It was like the Wrinkle Relaxer or something like that, which would have put me off because it just seems like it's just for like older skin where it's not. It's not the cheapest thing in the world. It's like 38 euros, but it's something that I can imagine using again and again, and I'll probably get it for my kit. I've been using it on clients a lot lately. I got a few products from Nip and Fab, and I honestly feel like my skin has improved a lot since you've using them. So I got the Nip and Fab Glycolic Fix Treatment. It's exfoliating facial pads basically. So the way these work are they're little pads that one side of the thingy is a little bit rough, well not rough, but it's textured, and then you rub that over your face and that'll help to exfoliate. And then it contains glycolic acid, which we know is a really strong good acid for your skin, and it you leave it on your skin then afterwards, and this how would it say, it textures and resurfaces because it's a chemical exfoliant. Hyaluronic acid moisturizes and refreshes, so really does help to keep the skin nice and moist. And then it contains other soothing and calming things. There's 60 discs in this, which means that I'll use one a day. It'll last me for 2 months, which is really good, and this was only $12.20 in Cara Pharmacy. I also got the Glycolic Fix Serum. This is a night serum that I use underneath my retinol, and this contains 4% glycolic acid, and again it just means that your skin is in constant like exfoliation mode. You won't be left with any rough surface or anything like that, and I'm really loving it. It smells lovely when it goes on as well. And then I use this a couple of times a week, and it's the Glycolic Scrub Fix. So it's a physical exfoliant, but it does contain glycolic acid again and salicylic acid. So this is really good for breakouts as well as just dullness and stuff like that of the skin, and I'm a massive acid fan. That might sound weird, but I might do a video on it again. I know I said I need to still do my retinol video. I might do like a combined video on my favourite like skincare ingredients. Another skincare thing which is really, really effective is the Effaclar Duo. I've gone on about the regular Effaclar Duo before, and this really makes a big difference to my skin if I break out, because it works to get underneath into the pores and clean out pores, which a lot of like even some like lactic acid and other acids like that don't do that because they work more on the surface. You need to get down underneath, and this contains stuff that really does unclog pores and clears out pores. But the new Plus or Effaclar Duo Plus, which is the kind of upgraded what's the word I'm looking for, the upgraded formula, has ingredients in it that helps deal with marks and blemishes left behind from breakouts and stuff like that. So this is just new and improved, if you know what I mean. So I'm really, really enjoying this. I don't use it again every day. It's more if I feel like I'm a little bit bumpy or I'm kind of seeing a few blackheads that I'll use it, or I might just use it around the nose area where I get the most build-up of blackheads, and that's really, really brilliant. That'd be one of my main breakout fighting products. I'm liking a lot of skincare at the moment. I've been using these religiously, which are two of the MAC Lightful products. I have the Marine Bright formula, which is a softening lotion, which is basically like a toner. You'd use it in the same way. You put it on before your moisturiser or your serum or anything like that. And this just makes your skin accept other products better. So other products will work better on the skin when you've used the softening lotion first. And then the Marine Bright formula, this is a serum that contains vitamin C, which again is like a chemical exfoliant, but on a very low level, and it just helps to brighten up the skin and deal with any discoloration, maybe sun damage and stuff like that over time. So that's another really, really lovely product. Quickly to finish off, I got two of these. I got the first one and I loved it so much I got a backup one. This one I got, it's the Garnier Micellar Cleansing Water. So basically it's a total dupe for the Bioderma Cleansing Water or Micellar Solution, and this is only €4.09 in Cara Pharmacy. When I first got it in Boots, and it was more expensive, like €5 or €6. So I will be going to Cara Pharmacy for it, but brilliant, absolutely brilliant. It removes everything. Like, I've been using it almost without having to use my dual phase ones recently, because it just takes everything off, which is brilliant. And there's a huge amount in it, like 400ml. You can't go wrong with that. It's just a mammoth bottle. So I'll be getting another one as well to keep for my kit. The last makeup thing, yeah, pretty much. I had to show one brush. This is the Sonia Kashuk brush, tool number 29. It's just, I use it as a powder brush, but it's so soft. It just puts on my powder beautifully without leaving any marks, and it feels gorgeous on the skin. Sonia Kashuk isn't the cheapest thing in the world, but I really love this brush, and even the shape of the handle and everything is so pretty. And that's that. Then quickly to finish off, I do need to show this because it has been coming with me everywhere, like anytime I have to leave the house. And it is the Zoeva Zoe bag. So I've shown this before. I've nothing in it at the moment, but I keep brushes in here when I travel, and you know, anything else that's kind of flat I might put in there. So this came to America with me, and it also came down to Cork with me for my birthday weekend. I would keep like all skincare and stuff like that in here, in this guy, and then that's where I keep my makeup. So this is that upside down? No, it's the right way up. So this is just the best like carry-all bag that I've ever had for, you know, traveling or anything like that, and it would be brilliant for a kit as well if you're looking for like a smaller thing to bring on location. Absolutely love that bag. It just does everything I want it to do, or you know, it carries everything I need to carry. And then a couple of non-makeup favourites then would be, first of all, I have this on for a reason today. It's a necklace I got in Pennies, which is Primark. I think it was about maybe €8, but it's just such a pretty necklace. They have a load of lovely products or necklaces in there at the moment, and this is kind of my favourite of all the ones I saw, and like the fact that it's kind of a goldy colour. It's a bit more spring summer rather than just going for silvers, but I just thought it was really pretty, and I love the colour orange that's in it. So this is really lovely when you're just wearing all black and you just want a pop colour or something like that. So I thought that was really pretty. And then a couple of TV shows I've been really enjoying. I'm really sad that True Detective and The Walking Dead are finished, because they were like some of my staple shows. But now that they're gone, I'm really enjoying watching The Following. I think that's a really good show, and kind of my favourite show I think at the moment is The Vikings, which is a History Channel show. But I love those like rugged, more realistic, historical kind of shows. And like some of the lads in it aren't that hard on the eye either, so I think that's a really good show. If you aren't watching it, definitely do start watching it, because it's a really good show. And that's pretty much it. So I know this is another long video. I mightn't leave it quite as long until I do my next favourites, because I'm using quite a lot of bits at the moment that I really like, but I haven't really been using them long enough to use them in today's video. And that's it, so I'll chat to you all really soon, guys. Slán, bye. Slán.